Can Pi coins be exchanged for fiat currency? According to the latest news, as of now, more than 2 million Pi mainnet wallets have been successfully migrated. The total amount of Pi coins migrated to the main network exceeds 1.6 billion. Currently, more than 1.2 billion Pi coins are locked, and the lockup ratio is as high as 75%. That is to say, there are about 400 million Pi coins in circulation on the main network. So how to cash out after the main network migration is successful? From December 2021, Pi network will enter the closed main network. A closed network period means that the mainnet is live, but firewalled to prevent any unwanted external connections. Pioneers will be able to KYC and migrate their Pi tokens to the live mainnet blockchain. Any Pi coin balances migrated to the mainnet can be used to purchase goods and services in the Pi app, transferred to other pioneers, or locked for a period of time for higher mining rates. Pioneers who pass KYC will be able to freely spend their Pi coins on the mainnet in the closed environment of the Pi network. However, connections between the Pi blockchain and other blockchains are not allowed during this time. During the period from the closed mainnet to the fully open mainnet, tens of millions of pioneers around the world will pass KYC. Developers around the world will build and deploy more Pi applications and allow more utilities to be created and used. Transition Pi applications deployed on the testnet to the mainnet, and test the mainnet and ecosystem before the open network. Any modifications and adjustments during the closed network period. Tens of millions of pioneers were allowed to perform KYC and migrate their Pi coins to the main network for free. So far, more than 2 million mainnet wallets have been successfully migrated. In the next few months, Pi network will continue to introduce KYC solutions to more pioneers and help them complete KYC. If we move directly from the testnet to the open, it means that pioneers who can first pass KYC can use it on the Pi platform, while pioneers who are still waiting to complete KYC will not yet have this right. The speed at which pioneers around the world complete KYC will depend on how quickly each local community can provide a workforce of KYC validator populations, and how quickly individual pioneers can participate in KYC. The closed network period gives tens of millions of pioneers time to complete their KYC and transfer their Pi coins to the mainnet. In this way, all pioneers who are willing and able to complete KYC within a reasonable time can immediately use their Pi coins on the Pi ecological platform. Given that external connections between the Pi blockchain and other blockchains or systems are not allowed during the closed network period, this further helps pioneers focus on transitioning to the mainnet without any impact from outside the Pi blockchain. This time will also help the community focus on creating utilities and launching the ecosystem without any external disruption. Aligned with the Pi network's vision of enabling a utility-based ecosystem, this allows applications to be deployed on mainnet and creates utility for pioneers. Pi applications will be able to switch from testnet to mainnet to production mode for real-time transactions. Currently, pioneers who pass KYC will be able to spend their Pi coins on Pi apps, facilitating utility creation and launching the Pi ecosystem before the open network. This gradual and well-thought-out ramp of the open network will help the application as well as the Pi network to discover and resolve any glitches in the market and technology. Therefore, the closed network period is in line with Pi network's vision of a utility-based ecosystem and its iterative philosophy. Additionally, the closed network will allow the mainnet to run with production data and real Pi. The data gathered during the closed network will help to calibrate and adjust any configurations and formulas where necessary to ensure a stable and successful open network. Know Your Customer KYC is a process of verifying identities to distinguish real accounts from fake ones. Pi network's vision is to build an inclusive and most widely distributed cryptocurrency and ecosystem for all pioneers. The mining mechanism of Pi network is based on the social network. So far, the mining rate has dropped by 2 times as the social network scale has grown to more than 10K, and 10 million participating members. As such, Pi has a strict policy of 1 account per person. This requires a high degree of accuracy to determine that members of the network are real people, preventing individuals from unfairly hoarding Pi by creating fake accounts. Pioneers' KYC results depend not only on identity verification, but also on their name matching with Pi accounts and screening against government sanction lists. As such, KYC helps ensure the true humanity of the network and compliance with anti-money laundering, AML, and anti-terrorism regulations, as communicated when the network was founded. To ensure real people, fake Pi accounts and script mining are strictly prohibited. These accounts will be disabled and cannot be migrated to mainnet. Over the past 3+ years, several technical mechanisms have been implemented to identify bots and fake accounts. 4 accounts determined by the Pi algorithm to be highly likely to be fake. These identified fake accounts are either disabled or undergo a more rigorous review and appeal process. The distribution of the KYC period will be given priority to accounts that are very likely to be real human holders. Only accounts with verified identities can transition to mainnet, and only Pi balances attributed to authenticated accounts can be transferred to mainnet balances. Determine if, when, and to what extent pioneers can transfer balances when the pioneer and its referral team and security circle members pass KYC. during the closed mainnet period. Any mobile balance that has not yet become a transferable balance will remain in the mobile mining application until the referral team and relevant pioneers in the security circle pass KYC, and the corresponding amount can be transferred to the mainnet. Balances attributed to these non-KYC accounts will expire on a specific date, which will allow sufficient time for the entire network to access KYC. As mentioned in the Pi supply section, unclaimed balances due to lack of KYC will be discarded and will not be transferred to the mainnet at all, but instead will be released for other KYC pioneers to mine within the allocated Pi total supply limit. While Pi app to pioneer and pioneer to pioneer transactions allow transactions within the Pi network, closed networks will enforce the following restrictions. These limitations at this stage serve to reinforce the closed nature of the network. There are no connections between Pi and other blockchains or crypto exchanges. The mainnet is only accessible through Pi Wallet and Pi app on Pi browser. Any computer on the internet can access the main network blockchain, but only through the firewall to enforce the above rules. There are only core team nodes on the mainnet to ensure firewalls are always in place. The closed network will support the economic activity and growth of the Pi ecosystem. Therefore, pioneer-to-pioneer transactions can be done through the Pi Wallet. As pioneers who are KYC will be able to use the Pi Wallet to transact in Pi. Pioneers can also use Pi in Pi apps on Pi browser, which can access the mainnet through Pi apps SDK and Pi blockchain API. During the closed network period, applications on the Pi browser can only interact with the mainnet using the Pi blockchain API that is whitelisted by the firewall. The following uses of Pioneer. Pioneer to app and app to Pion trade are permitted. Exchange of Pi for goods and services through the Pi app, transfer of Pi between pioneers for goods and services. At the same time, Pi is prohibited from being exchanged for fiat currency, exchanging Pi for other cryptocurrencies, and transferring Pi for future promises of fiat currency or other cryptocurrencies. Pi Network will enforce the above restrictions by adding firewalls to mainnet and running mainnet nodes exclusively during this transition period. During the closed network period, community nodes will continue to operate on the testnet. Pi Network will continue to implement interface and other changes to nodes in preparation for the open network period, when community nodes will be able to run on mainnet. When the network enters its next phase, the open mainnet, the restrictions on keeping the network closed will be loosened and we will be able to exchange fiat currencies on exchanges. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like. Your support is the driving force for my updates.